Oh, Kana's got a level up and so has Alof. I went to Alof and changed his Grimoire to Maywald. I learned some of the spells from the other ones. So he now had 5,000 gold. So I spent about 1,000 gold learning some spells for him off the other Grimoire. And it's now in the air, now got Maywalds here. I wonder if I'll be able to use his third level spells now I learned them. No, he can't use third level spells yet. So it's level bound. That's fine. What does that affect? Well, no, it only affects scrolls. I hope. Arcane Dampener sounds nice. Arduous Delay of Motion. Draining Touch. Expose Vulnerabilities. Minor Blights. Alright, Bounding Missiles. They jump to 2 additional targets each, so that's good for a large group of enemies. So that'd be better for something like Path of the Damned where you got a lot of enemies. I think I'll go for expose vulnerabilities or oh, I get 2. I can get 2. Oh, okay. In that case, I'll take the bounded missiles for large battles and expose vulnerabilities. They're 3rd level spells. So I can use 3rd level spells now. Yes, I better put them in my Grimoire. So they're already in my Grimoire? Good. Right, while I'm at it, we'll learn that. He's now got more spells in there. And Kana wants to talk to me. Okay. Kana. You're stealthy as shit now, Kana. Right. Frighten enemies. Defense against attacks. Fear attacks. Frighten enemies or make us better against frightened attacks. Let's frighten enemies first, and when it comes up next we'll get the 1 stood against dozen. 1 dozen stood against the power thing as well. Yeah, let's get Kana to frighten the shit out of enemies. If you see me play Skyrim, you know I enjoy fucking making the enemies fear me, because they run away and that makes battles easier because there's less to worry about at one time.
You cannot wait that older set? I don't want to discuss it.
Time to see and not be seen.
Let's see what lies this way.
Right. Oh, Kana wants to talk.
Poor Maywald. He couldn't contend with all that he knew of himself. A cruel fate.
I don't think knowledge was a problem. He said if I can find out what caused this, it might help me. That is true, and there is no such thing in my experience as too much knowledge. Come, we'll find your answers, and mine, I hope. Oh shit! Okay, see Alof! See those spells I just gave you of the Miniletus bounding missiles? You hit him with that. Durance. Can you hit that guy? No. Okay. Yeah, just you drop that there, Durance.
Inconvenient! Navaru, be on seat!
Heal. Durance, let off aura. Me, let off aura. Alof. Burn the shit out of that big spider. Kana, as soon as you can get them in, you drop them in. Me, flame of devotion, that fucker. Durance.
What? I have them!
Yeah?
Oh. That's the little, it's really fast. Alright, we managed to survive a giant spider fight. Oh, we got a tiny spider pet. I'm keeping the dog though. Ed and I are fucked. Oh, this is the giant hand of Adra. Yeah, this is Aelphys's hand here. Oh shit, I should have saved for doing that. I'm pretty confident that bounding missiles did a bit of damage to that spider before I even got near it. One side of this pillar is graven with hundreds of whorls and ridges, even under a layer of grime and moss. The Adra gleams.
Bit just like your breeches, Scholar Lad.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. I said nothing.
Oh, okay, Adea and Aleph want to talk. Aleph seems lost in thought. He flinches when you draw near, sucking a sharp breath through his teeth.
What can I do for you?
Are you alright?
Of course. Merely processing some of the unusual things we've seen lately. And if Meowald is to be believed, it would seem you've an uncertain future ahead.
Well, my situation is more dire than I realised. I've got to find this leaden key and fast.
That does seem like the logical course of action. I shall follow your lead.
Anything else? Any thoughts on what should do next? Mayor orders you to seek out the leaden key, Agents Defiance Bay, yes. If his condition is any warning, we should find him with all haste. And Adair?
That old Watcher. I don't know what I expected, but it sure wasn't that.
You said you had some things you wanted to ask him?
Nah, it's kind of embarrassing now. I just got a dumb idea in my head is all. Don't know why I thought it'd work. It's funny. That's probably the first thing I got my hopes up for in, I don't know, years.
There's no need to be
At least I got
embarrassed.
that out of it.
Oh. No need to be embarrassed, I won't judge.
All right. Guess fair is fair, and you did bring me to see him. Those rumors back in Gilded Vale about my brother, Woden, about how he'd turned against us and fought for Wydwin, been on my mind for some time now. The thing about Woden was, he always knew what was right, and that's what he'd do. One day he set out to fight for Deerwood against a man claiming to be our god. So I knew that's what I had to do too. It was right. But hearing claims that he died fighting for Rhea Ceres, that got me worried. Not that he'd chosen the wrong side, but that I had. Didn't seem right what Wydwin had in store, but if he really was Aethys, I thought, maybe this old Watcher would know how my brother died. So I could see if it was true. Like he could, I don't know, read it in my soul or something. Use our connection. Told you it was dumb.
Why didn't you ask me for help? I'm a Watcher too. Guess because I didn't know you. It's hard to trust a stranger that says he's a Watcher. Fair enough.
Of course, I knew the truth deep down. Watcher's not psychic. I think I just had this idea, and the idea made me feel a certain way, and I didn't want to lose that.
Really, if I wanted to find out about my brother, I shouldn't be starting with Watchers. I should be starting with records. So why don't you? Edgar thinks for a moment, his lips twisted to one side, he raises his eyebrows. If there was anything written down about it being Defiance Bay, there's got to be an archive of that into Palace.
You've done a lot for me already, but if you could see fit to pay that archive a visit with me, well, you know. Knowing my luck, the records clerk will go crazy and try to kill me. I'd feel better with you in there with me.
You think I got better luck? Did you see what happened the last couple of quests you've been on with me? Poor there. I thought you might have better luck.
No problem.
Right, let's tell us George over returned. Let's hope she doesn't go crazy and kill us too.
I felt Meowald's passing. You slew him.
Several of him. He gave me no choice.
It saddens me to hear it. But part of me is grateful to no longer have to wait and worry in darkness. This place has always known its master, long as it's had one. It has a will all its own, which has little to do with the castle and much to do with the land it's built on. It looks to you as Meowald's successor now, whether you care for it or not. A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed. But in the right hands, it could be so much more. If you had only seen it in its day. Will you stay?
I've always wanted my own keep, even if it is a little cursed. I quite give that answer. Meryl said I must go to the City of Defiance and search the Queen. What do I want of a ruin? No, I always wanted my own keep, even if it's a little cursed. You feel that same emanation of warmth and energy in the air. Then it is yours, my lord. I cannot begin to tell you how glad that is, how good it is to know the keep is in capable hands once more. I suppose I should mention first that if you mean to travel to Defiance Bay for supplies, there's been a complication of a kind. The Eastern Barbican collapsed decades ago and Merrill never got around to rebuilding it. The road here is a dead end. He got as far as gathering materials before he became preoccupied. I could make arrangements to have it repaired if that is your will. When it ceased to be the previous master's will, I became powerless to do anything about it. For what am I but a master's instrument? It would take time, far less than finding another route to Defiance Bay. How do I repair the Barbican? Maybe I'll set aside materials for the Barbican and they are still available to you. In the future, if you wish to make further repairs to keep, you need coin for supplies and labour. Fair enough. What does being the Master of Caed Nua entail? Why, there are many responsibilities involved in maintaining a keep. The extent to which you wish to get involved is entirely up to you, of course. Part of the reason I am here is to ensure that things run smoothly in your absence, provided we have been given instruction. If you instruct me on which repairs you wish to conduct next, I will make the necessary arrangements. It may take some time to finish, but each will provide you with additional resources once they are complete. Given somewhere to place them, we can hire tradesmen to provide you with supplies and ingredients. Yes, I would like merchants to please do sell things too. Repairing the keep will raise your prestige and draw both helpful individuals and unwelcome attention from bandits and opportunists. If you can raise the keep's security in turn, these will become less of a concern. You should know, however, that a position does come with some risk. Your name will grow in fame and you must contend with threats to the keep, and then there are other things. What did you mean when you said this keep was cursed? Mayward's curse was his own, a watcher's curse, but his predecessors have not fared better. There's a presence within the keep, or rather, far beneath it. At least such has been the conclusion drawn by all who came to this place. For what spirit still lingers in the endless path of speak of the master below. Every effort to settle here has failed from the time of our Edarian colonists onwards. Beasts rise from the endless path until the new lord or lady is no more. The one who dwells below this master does not tolerate rivals, it seems. I have seen from time to time intrepid explorers descend to lay claim to what answers they can, but none return. This is the force which has kept Caed Nua a barren ruin, has robbed me of my hopes. The endless path, that, my friend, is where we must go if you will go with me. Whatever devils lie beneath, think to what knowledge we will find. Perhaps the master speaks of daring. What are the endless paths? The endless paths is Old Nua. That is the name given to lovers beneath the keep. The Earl, we were warned by Glenfathans that this site was cursed, and there's a legend attached to it, though at the time we thought nothing of it. Or the dragon, yes. The ruins were built, it is said, by a powerful Griffin named Odd Nua, who ruled there until his people turned against him. They destroyed his endless paths and filled many of the upper tunnels with soil and stone. No one living knows how far down the tunnels stretch, and few who have ventured there have returned. There is much talk of riches and treasure. The problem of Englyphan relics alone has drawn many fortune seekers to their death, I fear. Who is the master below, do you know? I cannot say with any certainty. I believe it must be tied to the man who is said to have been the architect of endless paths, the Griffin tyrant Odd Nua. Some claim his spirit endures, or at least has laid a curse upon the site. I cannot imagine much remains of his work, for the ruins have been here for 1,000 years or more. But what is left is impressive. About 2,000 years is it not since the Griffins. Anyway, the Earl certainly thought so. You may have seen well below the hands of the great statue Odd Nua constructed. Perhaps it is a statue of Odd Nua himself. But am I not the master of Caed Nua? Of course you are. The keep will have no other, but the endless paths are a different thing entirely. It's unfortunate, really, that they are so closely entwined. If the master blow is not dealt with, there will always be a threat to keep from within. I know it's much to take in, but if you remain, if you'll be lord of this place, I can only advise you to seek out this foe below before it destroys you. Questions? Okay, time to leave to find this queen in the city of Defiance. You must know this queen you're looking for. Defiance Bay has no queen. The Mechlins of Edea haven't reigned here since the war. The only queen with any power there is Wodika. I am told they erected an exquisite temple in her honour there, but I was never able to see it. If you mean to go there, you can get started right away on repairing the Barbican. You only need to tell me what you wish to do and I'll make the necessary arrangements. Okay. Then we'll get underway at once. Know, my lord, that this is but the first and least of great many undertakings. The keep supported a great many buildings and servants for many years. If you should wish it, we can repair some of the outlying structures, and these will bring you wealth and recognition, drawing people to your service. Rebuilding the defences will keep your grounds from becoming overrun, as they did under Mayworld Keeping. You not choose all at once. I am pledged to your aid. So long as your master here, we shall always be linked. You need not step upon his grounds to speak with me. Wherever your travels may take you, you can always make your will known to me if you but reach out. Oh, but first, of course, the Babrican. Right, so it grants me prestige and security. Yeah. Periodic free crafting grapes. Hello? Right, so main keep requires Eastern Babrican and it costs 1,400. Yes, repair your Great Hall, allowing visitors and adventurers to be available to you and your companions. Okay, so how much money do I have? I have 5,000. I am going to make that one. And right, what else can we buy? Warden's Lodge gives me prestige and security. So okay, give me a main keep. Give me Bright Hollow. Okay, I can only do one at a time. Right, if I get the main keep though, and then get resting bonus, and then I can get to work on other things. That's fine. That is completely fine. I got 3 prestige, 2 security, so if I can just get my security up, that'd be good. I can change the party from there. Right, okay. Right, so I need this. Oh, kinda.
I confess, I was hoping our meeting with Mayworld would go a little differently. But then, you have gained an entire keep. I don't think I've seen anyone inherit land that quickly since Kyne the Younger read her father's will.
I did come to deal with looking for a new home. I wish I could get through to him. Yes. He was far gone, but don't worry. That past is there that we might learn from it. I'm sure we'll find more answers at Defiance Bay.
It will give you a base from which to go searching at least. And then, there are secrets beneath the keep yet. With you at the helm, it should be easier to explore the endless paths.
What I need is rest though, and I need to get supplies to rest.
Yeah?
I want the in here so I can rest before I head down. But for now, okay, I'm not allowed to camp in it here. Steward, can I rest here?
It is good to see you here. I can feel a change in the air already. There is much to do. Is there anything I can do to help?
Farewell. No, I want to camp. To rest, then head on to Defiance Bay. But for now, I'll camp and save the episode, and save the end episode, and I'll see you all next time. Because I have wasted 50 minutes in the last 2 episodes, so see you later. Bye.